two fellas from Kansas and a whatever from Indiana
are looking for the signs and into the stars for the perfect pair of motion pictures.
out there.
A couple of flicks, three corn-fed cinephiles, otherworldly connections.
This is the Midwestern Crop Circle Double Feature.
Yet another movie podcast. Hello, everyone.
God damn!
Good morning, campers. Welcome to the Midwestern Crop Circle Double Feature. Today is a real double toil and trouble. That's a reference to a movie he made 5 years ago. Oh my God, 2021's 5 years ago. That's too much.
You mean Mary-Kate and Ashley and Double Toil and Trouble?
Yep, that was only 5 years ago.
Wow. Those girls have gone through a lot.
Hello, my name is Zay, hailing from, I don't know what my state is known for. We make a lot of popcorn. We're like
Sure
number
do,
one.
Orville
we're-
Redenbacher.
Yeah. He's on all of our money. Indiana has their own money. And with me, as always, two stunning gentlemen from the state of Kansas.
Sounds so proper.
Regular Paul Rudd and Jason Sudeikis over here.
Oh, God. I'm Brett.
You know who I am. I need no introduction.
Oh,
Christian.
Anna Paquin?
Thank you to Holly Hunter and Jane Campion from Moscow. It's always weird to me that she's Australian
I know.
and she doesn't sound Australian these days.
Hmm.
She's married to a Swede. Oh, what I was going to say is we have a new fan to the show. It's Toby. He told me that, well, he's been listening to it on the car rides to work. And he told me that in the first 2 episodes, he makes like a bunch of cameo references
That's
appearance.
what I was
where
going to
he-
say, is Toby has
Yeah.
made cameos in this podcast.
To where he doesn't remember any of them or the context of them. But he's also said that we're very funny. In particular, Zay and I. And
Step
Brett,
it up,
you and I
Brett.
have
That's fair.
But Brett, you and I have good banter. So he is now the critique of us.
That must mean I'm funny, but only because I like come in and just crash the conversation.
I guess.
I just
Also,
stop it.
we found out that you can't comment on these. So even though we're like, review, subscribe, leave a comment, Brett has locked people out.
I have never said leave a comment. Just throwing that out there.
Is there a reason that we're locking the public out? They want to know.
I can turn comments on.
I don't like comments.
I'm a little scared of comments personally.
Why? What are you afraid of?
I'm
Slurs.
afraid. Yeah,
What'd you say?
I said slurs.
that would not be good. That would
Oh
not be good.
God.
I more so like don't want people trying to give professional critiques on our
Oh
little
my-
independent
yeah.
podcast of, 30 followers.
Wow.
We're really
Shoot.
going for the views here,
I'm in it for the money.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the fame and fortune. I'm in it for my SAG card.
Can't wait to quit my day job.
I'm waiting for that free mattress.
Waiting for our sponsor, Poppy, to show up. And speaking of,
Speaking of
segue, what are we drinking tonight? I'll start. It's not Poppy. It is Dr. Pepper Zero with
Yeah.
attached plastic.
I tried it for the first time.
The plastic?
No, the zero sugar Dr. Pepper.
And-
Sorry, but Diet Dr. Pepper just has something to it that I love.
No.
I like the zero sugar more, to be honest.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
I guess I am an aspartame girly.
So I did have a zero Pepsi today, and I was like, I opened it, It didn't do the thing.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is very light. Very light. And Toby bought it today, right? And I looked and it said December 20th, 2025.
Ooh.
And I said, they
Nope.
sold you an expired one. And he said, mine is fine. It says March 2026.
Damn, they were just finding loose ones and repackaging them.
So, and it is, I see it over there. It's light. It is not a dark caramel Pepsi.
Ew. That's
But
not
anyway,
good.
I'm drinking that and I'm eating tomatoes. So, what y'all have?
I've got BAI Wonder Water strawberry flavored.
How much sugar is in that?
1 gram.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For me, Haley made a delicious non-alcoholic lime drink.
Oh.
It's got like lime. It's got coconut water, which if you've ever had coconut water by itself, tastes like ass. This does not taste like ass. And it has some like
No comment from Zay.
Hey, it's 2026.
it tastes like ass. I don't know what to say. It's got some fizzy water mixed in too. So
I'd
It's
say
good stuff.
coconut water tastes like ass that just went through the shower, so it's really soapy.
Isn't it like the texture-y too? Like
Not necessarily.
thick? I've only had it like once. I don't know.
I mean, it's different from regular water, but I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's like
I don't think it's
super.
so thick.
Can you put alcohol in that, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
You could.
Oh, you weren't feeling it?
Wasn't feeling it.
Mm. You know what I'm feeling right now? Diane Warren's back, baby! What movie is it? Because when I sent you that thing, you were like, "Of course it's that movie."
Well,
To be
I
honest,
assumed
I did not read the headline except for Diane Warren new
the
song.
title of the song is By Any Means. So I can only assume it's that new Mark Wahlberg movie.
Oh my god, that movie.
Yeah.
Where she's like, "What do you want? Coffee. What kind? Black."
Oh, that's a
it's-
real. I saw someone talk about that.
Oh,
and I
it's
didn't
real.
know-
It is this year's Green Book.
You need to look up some screenshots of Mark Wahlberg's makeup on this movie.
Again,
They literally just stuck a nose on.
Oh
and
my
that's it.
god.
when I went to go see Evil Dead Burn or whatever the new one was, Maddie and Alex are friends, right? That trailer came on and I said, I want you to look at me the moment you think this movie starts not looking good. And we're watching it, and then out the shadows with a baseball bat comes Mark Wahlberg, and they both stare at me. And I'm like, exactly.
That's true though, because the other lead is Yahya Abdul Mateen. And
The
like
second.
the second. And like, yeah, the first, I don't know, 30 seconds of the trailer, it's like, oh, this looks good. I'm curious. And then it's like, oh, this doesn't look good.
Right.
I really think if it wasn't for AMC A-List, AMC would just be in the gutter culturally. Because, like, the fucking trailers I have to sit through anytime I go to AMC, I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Because,
The
like,
trailer-
there's good movies still are coming out, but I'm learning about movies that I'm just like, I should have learned about this back in 2008 because it's part of a family 10-pack in the Walmart bin.
When Brett and I went to go see La La Land, and then I went to go see Your Name, the 10th anniversary of it last night, the trailers in those were like movies, like you said, would be in a Walmart $5 bin. Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Never will see them. And AMC, it's like a 50-50 if we actually get them.
But David Lynch saw one of them apparently before he died.
That's crazy. And we both looked at each other at the same time and went, did that say David Lynch?
Was it like the David Lynch? Was it a
Just
David
some-
It
Lynch?
says David Lynch filmmaker.
Well, there could be more than one.
You know what? I kind of think that it is him because it's about cancer. And didn't he die of cancer?
Well, sure, but like, I don't know. How long has this thing been in post-production?
We gonna look it up.
Not long enough.
I don't remember the title of the movie, so I have nothing to go on.
There's a David Lynch who does sound, and he worked on Winnie the Pooh stuff.
Could be that guy.
Sure could.
Oh, there's a David Lynch who directed The Adventures of Alan R.
Sure did.
Sure. That sounds like the guy.
And speaking of the guy,
In other news, before we get started, because we are talking about Denzel Washington tonight, so we have to mention one of his co-stars who sadly passed away, Hayden Panettiere. Rest in peace. Christian looks very confused.
What is she in with him?
Remember the Titans? It was like her breakout role.
Okay. It's cute.
I'm going to be honest. I have a lot of blind spots when it comes to her.
Admittedly, I do too. Like most
all the things people were listing, I was like, oh, I haven't seen that.
For me, it's mostly,
the Scream movies, for sure. I've seen those.
Yeah.
I only know her from Tiger Cruise from Disney Channel, the 9/11 movie.
Yep.
That I never watched, and the only reason I never watched it because I was like, dang, this is boring. Speaking of 9/11, hold the thought really quick on Hayden Panettiere. Looking through my classroom today, what do I stumble upon but the 9/11 Commission?
What does that mean?
Sorry? Come
the
again?
9/11 the 9/11 Commission report, meaning the whole facts of who, what, when, where, why, how of 9/11 in my classroom.
Just hanging out in your classroom.
In a storage closet, but I'm going to get it and prove it tomorrow. It was crazy to find it. Anyway, Hayden Panettiere, R.I.P.
Tiger Cruise has a 2.2 on Letterboxd.
Oof.
I wonder if its viewership has gone up because I saw somebody log it yesterday.
Makes sense.
I mean, it's easily accessible if you have Disney.
Of all the things they have on there, they have that one.
But what are her movies? Now that we're talking about it.
I mean, A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life.
Oh my God, she's Dot.
She's Dot,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, I was saying they were also posting a lot about Ice Princess.
Yeah.
Especially because it's her and
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I feel like I know Hayden Panettiere primarily as a child star. Like, those are the movies of hers I've seen. I know that she was in Nashville and Heroes, which were big TV shows. But I
feel like she's more. I feel like she's more from TV. Oh, she's in Malcolm in the Middle. She's like his babysitter.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And she's like a recurring character on there too. Huh.
She's Malcolm's babysitter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's part of the joke that she's not even that much older than him.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, that's the joke.
Never seen it.
It's just interesting. It's like we have her in our zeitgeist, and I think it's because of Scream. But in reality, she didn't make that many movies.
No, she really didn't. I Love You, Beth Cooper, I know is one that a lot of people of our generation saw. I've never seen it, but...
Not good.
I read the book.
Oh my God, you know what's crazy? People are so fucking evil. These people on eBay were literally trying to up the cost of I Love You, Beth Cooper, the Blu-ray.
I saw that because it's out of print.
It's out of print, and they were just like,
yeah.
What if we say it's worth $80 instead of $10 as it was yesterday?
My God. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Is it really? You can watch it on Prime. It really is out of print? Oh, wow.
Not too many people clamoring for I Love You, Beth Cooper.
Today I learned.
All right. Are we ready to dive into our two movies?
Sure.
All right. Well, as we know, this is my pick. And I picked two films that were directed by Carl Franklin, also known as Dr. Willoughby in Alf's Special Christmas, as we know. But starring Denzel Washington, and both kind of noir/neo-noir films in a way. I came up with this because I recently watched his 1992 movie, One False Move, which has Bill Paxton in the lead role, and is in the Criterion Collection. I watched it because it looked interesting and because I saw it was the same director as one of our films tonight, Devil in a Blue Dress. And I was reading that like that movie was supposed to be direct to video, but Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel saw it and were like really championing it, so it got a theatrical release because they were such big fans of it. And so that kind of put Carl Franklin on the scene. When I watched that movie, it's also kind of a neo noir. Like these two movies, it is about race in some ways. Wasn't a huge fan of it. It was like a 3-star movie for me, but all I kept thinking was like, I know he has something because I've seen Devil in a Blue Dress and I love that movie. And all it made me want to do was watch it again. So I'm like, take a look at his filmography and see, oh, that was the first of 2 films with Denzel. This would make a cool double feature. So here we are. And I'm going to kick us off with Devil in a Blue Dress, our first film, which was released in 1995. And this one takes place in Los Angeles in 1948. Denzel plays Ezekiel Rollins, who goes by Easy. And he is not a detective. He is a World War II veteran who is working at an aircraft company building airplanes, and he is let go from his job. Part of it is obviously a reflection of the lack of need after World War II, but also he is fired because he is black, even though he does more work than the white coworkers at that plant. But the big thing here is that he actually owns a home. And there is kind of a big deal made in the movie about how he is one of the few black people in the city who owns his own home at this time. And it's a really big deal to him. And he has to keep paying his mortgage. And so he's out, he's trying to find work in some way. And his bartender friend, Joppy, introduces him to a guy named DeWitt Albright, who is played by Tom Sizemore. And he is a private investigator who is looking for a missing white woman named Daphne Monet, who we later find is played by Jennifer Beals. And she is seemingly a white woman, I should say. But she likes to frequent black establishments in LA, jazz clubs, bars, things like that, and is in tight with some members of that community. Christian?
There's a Kardashian joke somewhere there.
Oh my God. But yeah, of course, Easy needs money. He's got to pay his mortgage. And so he's like, okay, I'll go and try to find her for you, because they want to find her because she was dating a mayoral candidate named, and I should have had this ready, Todd Carter. Running for mayor, he was the favorite, but then she disappeared and he dropped out of the race. And so we're finding that it's because she's gone. They want to find her, get her back. And so Easy's like, okay, sure enough, I'll do that. So he goes around and asks his friends at the jazz club where she might be. This includes his friends, Coretta James, played by Lisa Nicole Carson. And she claims to know Daphne, but doesn't give him a ton of information. So anyway, he's going along. He's providing updates to the private investigator. And it kind of goes from there. Some major things happen. It's a noir film, so it's not, I don't know, it's necessarily hard to follow, but there are a lot of twists and turns and pieces that kind of fix into it. Coretta is killed, and we're originally, of course, we don't know who, but we do know that she had some sort of evidence and some knowledge of where Daphne is. Easy does eventually connect with Daphne and finds out that she is hanging out with a local gangster who is black and kind of, runs things around there. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of all this. I should have wrote this down.
See, but that's the thing, because you said it can get kind of confusing, and sure enough, it can.
Yes.
I mean, just to side note before I forget, that's why I think this movie is so similar to Chinatown, because Chinatown is a very
Yes.
one of those movies where there's a lot happening, detective Los Angeles, and it does get confusing even if you turn away for a moment.
Yes. And there's just a lot of names. And sometimes the names are like the people you see. Sometimes you hear the name and they're introduced later. And that's where these movies always kind of get me. But I'm always fascinated by them because it's always like, well, they're going somewhere. And here I think it gets to a really interesting place. But I guess the point that I kind of forgot is that Easy is also picked up by another mayoral candidate named Matthew Terrell. And when he's picked up, he has a little boy with him. And he's like, oh, this is my adopted son. Don't worry about him. But he is also interested in where Daphne is. And, makes sense. His opponent is looking for her. He's dropped out of the race, but he doesn't want him back in. Flash forward, we come to find out that Daphne has photos of Terrell, the opposing candidate, with young children performing sex acts. So he is a pedophile. He, of course, doesn't want this exposed. Coretta has been killed to try to cover this up. And now he wants to find Daphne and get those photos back. And Daphne is basically using it in the sense of she wants them as collateral so that Terrell will not reveal the information that could hurt the other candidate. And that information is that Daphne is biracial. Her mother is Creole. Her father was white. She is white passing. This black gangster that she's been hanging out with is her brother. And she reveals this to Denzel. That's where it all kind of comes spilling out. And we understand, that's why everybody's trying to get to her. That's why this is all coming together. So the way this all gets resolved is that Daphne is able to essentially blackmail Terrell into silence. She gives, I think, if I remember right, she gives the photos to the other candidate that she was seeing. And so he has them. He can use them against his opponent. However, to her dismay, when she goes to reconnect with Todd Carter, her old boyfriend, he now knows that she's biracial, and he knows that other people know, and he turns her down. He's like, I can't do this. He offers her money to move away with her brother. We find that she eventually does move away. But it ends up being a very sad kind of portrayal of someone who is kind of caught in between both of these populations. She doesn't really fit in with black folks because she is white passing, but she also won't be accepted by the white folks on the other side. And there's kind of a line about how, despite all this big success at World War II, there's still a color line in America that people are not willing to cross. And so Easy gets caught up in this. His life is threatened many times. We find out that the PI, DeWitt Albright, was actually not working for Carter. He was working for Terrell and was kind of setting Easy up to try to help get these photos. Early on, when we meet Albright, he seems to at least tolerate Easy. Come to find out, he is extremely racist and cruel and thinks he can do whatever he wants. The person that I've been leaving out, and this is a real firecracker in the movie overall, is character played by Don Cheadle by the name of Mouse. And Mouse is a friend of Easy's from Houston, who he basically can call up when he's really in need. And Mouse is willing to go to the violent places that Easy isn't willing to go to. And so there are some deaths that occur in the movie. They are often at Mouse's hands. So yeah, I apologize to the viewers out there. That's not the best plot description. I'm fully aware. This is just one of those movies you have to check out. You have to kind of witness it and go along as you see it. But like I said, this is my second time seeing it. I really love this movie. I think Denzel, this is one of his top tier performances for me. I think it's really cool how he's not a PI. He's not a detective. He is a World War II veteran and otherwise a completely regular guy. And he kind of gets woven into this. But the movie has a lot of things like that where there are a lot of elements that are very common within the noir genre, but it also subverts a lot of them as well. One being that Jennifer Beals, you could say she's a femme fatale in a ways, but she doesn't really fall in line with what that normally was. She is a very sympathetic character in the story. And I think the primary emotion I walk away from leaving the movie is just feeling bad for her in the situation she finds herself in. But there also, there is the obvious point that this is told from the perspective of a black character. And I was trying to think back of famous noir films where that was the case, especially when noirs were really popular in the 40s and 50s. Not very common. And those were films that were all about presenting the dark side of America and maybe could touch on the racial difficulties at that time, but not really. No Way Out with Sidney Poitier is the only one that really comes to mind for that era for me. But I think it does a really good job of portraying that. I think that where Easy lives, you can clearly see that it is a kind of built-in Black community in LA. And where the film chooses to end is he basically decides that I'm pretty good at this. I might become a PI. And he's kind of walking through his neighborhood, and it almost has this sense of like appreciation for that community and him wanting to serve that community in some ways. And so, love Denzel in this. Don Cheadle is amazing in this movie. He comes in and like it's hard to upstage Denzel, but Cheadle just completely steals every scene he's in. I think he should have won and been nominated for Best Supporting Actor that year. I did a big like deep dive of 1995 last year. His was the best supporting performance I watched, I think. Um, but yeah, really great movie. Has all the great noir qualities, like I said, but also does something a little bit different. So curious to hear if you all felt the same way.
I changed my actor and supporting actress actually after watching this movie. Yeah. I really liked it. I know that you had said last year that you really liked it too, so I was excited that we got to see this. I think that my biggest takeaway, I guess, is my review of this on Letterboxd, which was when I say this is better than Chinatown, then what? Because quite literally, I like this more than Chinatown. Um, Chinatown is fine. It gets very confusing very easily, and I don't 100% understand the plot, but I can understand the plot of this pretty well. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward once you actually do get to watch this and everything. Denzel is a very charismatic person just in anything he does, and I mean, he's charismatic in this. I did not know this until right now, that Jennifer Beals is also, like her character, biracial.
Yeah.
Like, her father was Black and her mother was Irish American. Like, I did not know this, which I think adds now to a level of me liking her performance in this a lot more, because here I was like, okay, it's the 90s. They're probably just making her this way because Jennifer Beals is a white woman. But now I learned this and I'm like, okay, this makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't really have anything to say other than that. Like, I really like this. I'm excited to buy it at the next Criterion sale. So, and I really like the Criterion cover of this too.
Same.
Also, oh, last thing, I love the title of this movie, Devil in a Blue Dress, because she pops up with that blue dress, and I went, there she is. There's the
There it
title of our
is.
movie. And Jennifer Beals, who played Devil, she gave her all.
Not to be that person, but Christian loves to be that person. You didn't know Jennifer Beals is biracial?
Sorry if I'm not a Flashdance fan or a. Let's go through her filmography here.
I
The
also
book
did
of
not.
the book of Boba Fett.
Who is she in that?
I
I
don't
watched
know
that
she's
show.
in
I
it.
could not tell you who she was in that.
Oh, good for her.
That
She's
show
still getting
sucks.
work.
I did
She
not
got-
know that until the first time I watched it either. So I'm with you, Christian.
No, but that wasn't really a twist for me. I guess I knew it was gonna be a twist when he says, "And here I am in a car with a white woman," and I'm like,
That's
"Oh,
oddly specific.
okay."
I do. I mean, it does. If you think about it, it does borrow from Chinatown's. Like, she's my daughter. She's my sister. She's my sister and my daughter.
Well, it doesn't. Knowing that, I mean, obviously, you're listening to this podcast where you may not have seen the movie. I don't think that really ruins the twist of things at all because there's still like so much more movie after that reveal.
Mm-hmm.
It also just speaks to the strength of the script itself that really you could know the whole thing and still just be on the edge of your seat just following along. Um, but yeah, this was my first time watching this. I really liked it. I've come to realize Denzel may be a bit of a blind spot for me. I've seen like some totemic stuff, but I don't know. He's in a
Some what?
totemic.
Like his big stuff. His
Why
really
do we
notable
need to use
stuff.
big words?
Oh my lord. Like I've seen Malcolm X and whatnot, and I've seen like all the stuff he's done recently, minus like the Equalizer movies. I'm not a big dad movie genre head, so And that's what he does a lot. But definitely this year has been seeing more things like Mississippi Masala that I loved. Really,
Pause.
yeah.
And now it's time to go through his filmography.
Oh my god.
Going backwards. So you have seen these movies. Confirm yes or no.
Oh my
Highest to
God.
lowest.
Yes. In a theater.
Have you really?
Yes, in a theater.
I haven't even seen it. Gladiator 2.
Yep.
Yes.
It was the best part.
The Piano. Oh, I know he producer only. The Equalizer 3. You already said no. The Tragedy of Macbeth.
I loved it.
So
The
good
Little
in that movie.
Things.
Was it?
The Little Things.
Oh, I didn't see the little things.
The
With Jared
one.
Leto.
Oh, that's why.
Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Yes.
Oof.
He's good in
Oh.
it.
Fences.
I think
Good. And
Of course.
Hidden Fences. The Magnificent Seven.
No.
Two Guns.
No, absolutely not.
One of my favorites. Flight.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Safe House.
No.
Unstoppable.
No.
good movie.
The Book of Eli.
No, but I was in a weird sect of Christians that really loved that movie.
I'll stop there. That's the 2010s to now. Unless you want to keep going, I don't care.
No, it's not.
We're good.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, but he's always someone that when he does come up in a movie, I'm just like, oh yeah, he is one of the greatest. He's the greatest we've ever had. Even in like something like Highest to Lowest, where it's like there's some questionable things happen in that movie, but he is an anchor, and I think yeah. Also to the point of like something like Tragedy of Macbeth, where his performance is the key to that movie working. And I think definitely like his performance is so good. And there's many things about that movie I really like, but I have not rewatched it in a long time either. But yeah, what I was going to get to, Devil in a Blue Dress. What I liked about this is so many 90s crime movies. If I hear that phrase, I'm worried I'm about to watch a Tarantino knockoff.
Mm.
And with this, it really felt like Carl Franklin loves the old noir films. He clearly was interested in the source material of this and was like, can I marry the two? And I think it's very successful. I think, like I said in my Letterboxd review, this does not have 90s nihilism to it. I think it is more post-war, like, bleakness of, well, what the hell now?
Yeah.
Rather than everything is pointless. And that's what I really liked about it, is it was still very human in those things. Yeah, quite enjoyed this. I really wish there was gonna be something with the tree. The man
Okay.
cutting down the tree in his front yard. I was like, "Are we about to
Yes.
find something? Is there gonna be money?" Never came to it. He was just a point of, relief.
I was very curious about that as well. Both times watching it, I was just like, what is going on here? But yeah.
And, like, this is a
Um,
book series. I really wish we had,
Yeah,
like, sequels to this.
I'm just
Same.
looking at that now. So there's 9 of these books? No, sorry, 16 novels featuring Easy Rollins. Like with the most recent being just last year.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't realize they were still going.
So Devil in a Blue Dress is 1990, and last year it's called Gray Dawn. Most of them are named after like different colors. There's like Charcoal Joe, Little Green, Cinnamon Kiss, Little Scarlet, all that. But it says right here that the character has only been portrayed once, and it's from this. But there's always been attempted TV projects.
I would
With the
love to see more.
The last one being in 2021 by
Interesting.
Amblin Television was like, we want to remake this.
Who would play Easy Rollins today, and why would it be Michael B. Jordan?
See, you say that, but like at what stage? Because this is like this goes through the decades. This is 48, but some of these books are set in like the late 60s, early 70s.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So this one here says like when 2004, when they had the chance to do it, Jeffrey Wright was going to be easy.
Oh,
And then the former rapper known as Mos Def was going to be Mouse.
Mouse Def.
Get out of here. I don't know. I just had so much I really like this. Like, I think I was just surprised because normally the more noir movies of the modern era are the ones that don't get to me a lot, like they did with like the actual 1940s ones. And I think too that's coming off of me watching The Postman Always Rings Twice, but the remake of it with Jessica Lange and Jack Nicholson, and really liking that one. So I'm like, when I find the ones that I like them. But again, Chinatown, I'll say it, will get canceled. Little overrated for me.
I can.
Boo.
Roman Polanski is our number one listener.
So that's what he's been up to.
I think you're both right though. Denzel has a lot of voiceover narration in this movie, and it is like a prime example of like what you expect from like a hard-boiled noir narration. Like he's given us what the story requires, and we're kind of following along with him while still being in the dark along the way. So yeah, I think it does marry the two extremely well, and it is kind of like filling gaps. I think that like there could always be more movies about the Black experience in America in this time period, especially like post-war, where there's a lot of change happening, and we haven't hit the civil rights movement yet, at least like at its height. And so it's interesting. Like I think it's really interesting to watch Denzel, who is at times a very confident character in this movie, but sometimes you see him in these spaces and you could just see the nervousness in his face, like when he's at the pier waiting to meet with Albright, or when he is driving Jennifer Beals in the car and has that unease of like, I'm driving around with a white woman in my front seat.
Even when
Um,
he's taken by the two detectives and put in handcuffs, I was more surprised that he convinced them enough to be like, let me have another day. And
right.
they're like, okay, and just let him go.
Well, because they know he's not guilty. Like
Right.
they know that, and they're like, okay, let's go have this guy try to do our jobs for us. And I don't think they expect them to do it. But the other interesting thing is that he's rewarded with money at the end. He is paid a lot of money to do what he does in this movie. But even bigger, he is promised that the cops won't bother him. And I think that's a really interesting touch as well.
I do like too that this deals, and you kind of touched on it with him owning his own house, but then he has the neighbors who are moving back to Texas because there's like nothing left for them there. And I mean, I guess you could kind of look at it today with gentrification and everything. Um, like I surprisingly where I work now is a very gentrified area, but growing up and having gone to some of the events in that neighborhood, it was never like that. But you go up the street and there's a chiropractor, there's an ice cream parlor, there's a creperie, and it's like, yes, I've heard they're good. I might try them. Um, but it's like, where did this stuff come from? I mean, the same thing with Easy, like he's losing his neighbors, they're going back to Texas, and kind of relates to way back when we talked about My Family, the movie. When we talked about that movie, and like the Mexican experience, the Mexican American experience of that, and getting like the discrimination and everything. And I do like too that, and I think this is part of the author because I'm reading up on the author of the book, Walter Mosley. It's like coming from the experience of like we're not gonna sidestep like this is a black character living in Los Angeles. Like, ooh, Los Angeles, Hollywood, all that. No, no, no. Like Los Angeles is no different than
Yeah.
the South at this time
Yeah.
in the 40s.
I just love, we've talked a lot about the Don Cheadle performance, but I also just love Mouse as a character too. I just love this idea that he is like maniacal and the most violent character in the movie, but he is also intensely loyal to Easy. Like, it struck me, I forgot that, like, this guy literally comes from Houston, stays there like a day, and then goes back. And then he's like, I know you wouldn't have got your money from her, so I got it for you because I got your back. There's a little bit of that in our next film too, but I really just like that character a lot. Okay, last thing I have, I was looking up a little bit about the reception of the movie at the time. It was really well liked. I think its appreciation has definitely gone up over time. Hence, I'm sure being in the Criterion Collection has something to do with that. But James Berardinelli, who's a film critic I've read a few times, had a really interesting quote that said, "The most interesting element of Devil in a Blue Dress is not the who done it, but the why done it. Finding the guilty parties isn't as involving as learning their motivation, which is buried in society's perception of racial interaction." And that, I like the way he put it. So, putting that out there.
Did you say this is like going to be direct to home video?
Not this one. His One False Move was the movie he made right before this.
Okay.
So that One False Move was like, it obviously wasn't a big film, but it was like his breakout because it was like the movie that got people's attention. But I think this was always going to be theatrical. All right. Are we ready for our next one?
Coming to DVD. This is what this movie feels like.
I will say, even the poster of this looks fake.
Oh, the poster is so bad.
You're telling me this is a theatrically released film?
It's so bad, but it's also, I don't know, it's like a nice bad. And I look at that and I'm like, look at the 2003 in that poster.
No, I was like 20 minutes in and I was like, this was on TNT all the time.
Which is funny because I had never heard of this movie until I went like looking through Carl Franklin's filmography. But it is from 2003 and it is out of time. And so, as I mentioned, this one again stars Denzel in the lead role. This time he plays Matt Whitlock, and he is not a detective, but he is the chief of police in a town in the Florida Keys. And he is recently separated from his wife, who is played by Eva Mendes. I looked, she is about 20 years younger than Denzel. Whatever. It's Hollywood.
I did a whole college project on that, and how movies are always the man is older than the woman, and sure enough,
significantly. But yeah. So recently separated from her, they are getting a divorce, and at the same time, he is seeing another woman named Anne, who is played by Sanaa Lathan. And so this one is also kind of hard to follow, not necessarily because of the twists and turns and the way it kind of keeps us in the dark like Devil in a Blue Dress, but just because I will say up front, not a huge fan of this script. I don't think it's a terribly well-written movie. But essentially, Matt goes with Anne to a doctor's appointment and finds out that she has had cancer, and they thought that she was in remission, and she's not, and she only has a few months to live. Which I will say, in the moment, I was like, wow, she looks very healthy for someone who has apparently been fighting cancer for a while. But whatever, I had an open mind.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, it stuck out, and we'll get there.
6 months?
Yeah, for real. Anne is married to Chris, who is played by Dean Cain, and he is abusive to her. We find out that they took life insurance policies out on each other, and without
oh my god, I'm sorry, that was the Dean Cain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That Dean Cain.
Yes, that Dean Cain.
Holy
We're about
shit,
to have
I didn't
him
even think
on as
about
a guest.
Did you know here it says that he played on the off-season or practice squad of the Buffalo Bills?
I did not know that. That was a
Sure.
gap in my Dean Cain knowledge.
Anyway, go ahead.
So we find out that, so I think their original policies were like $100,000. we find out that Anne's was apparently raised by Chris up to $1 million.
Seems natural.
Seems natural. I'm not sure how that works, but was sketchy to me, but whatever. So Anne is told that there is this newly developed groundbreaking treatment in Switzerland that might work. And Matt really wants her to take it. And she's like, no, we just need to give up. I need to find out, what to do with this life insurance policy. But Matt is really desperate to help her. And so he takes $485,000 out of evidence from a recent drug bust. And he's like, this happened like a year ago. We're not going to have any use for it for a while. I'll take it. I'll replace it later with the life insurance money, whatever. He's like, okay, take this and go get that treatment. And we also come to find out that she was originally going to sell her life insurance policy. Again, weird. I don't know. That fell through. So she was going to change the beneficiary to Matt so he could get it, if and when she died. That night, after he has given her for the money, Anne and Chris's house burns down, and 2 bodies are found charred inside, as well as evidence that arson was committed.
Charred.
Crispy.
There are images.
You would not think they would show that, and they showed the bodies.
It is a PG-13 movie. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised.
Where is the body? Zay did exactly what I was doing in my head.
But Matt is stuck in a compromising position because he was going by to check on her the night before, and the neighbor saw him snooping around there. So now he's like, well, if they find out that was me, and they find out that I'm the beneficiary of her life insurance, that places me at the scene of the crime. It gives me a motive. I'm going to go down for Anne's murder. And so the rest of the film is his basically trying to find out what actually happened, who actually committed arson here, finding the drug money because the DEA calls and says, hey, by the way, we need that drug money that's been sitting in your evidence locker for a year all of a sudden today. And all while trying to obviously find the evidence that proves him not guilty in this. Now, the leading detective on this is his wife, Alex, played by Eva Mendes. And so he's trying to hide it all from her as well. This movie, or I should say this plot, is a total mess. It is absurd. If it came off that way when I was describing it, that's how the movie comes off. It is an absurd plot, an absurd premise. The character work I don't think is all that strong either, especially compared to something like Devil in a Blue Dress, where I think the characters are really well written. It's pretty straightforward. All that being said, I had a damn good time. I think this movie is despite all that, it's pretty gripping and thrilling. It definitely has that 2003 thriller feel to it. But I do think Franklin's direction is pretty good here. I think that he has a real eye for the camera and it moves well and he keeps up the intensity the whole time. And I kind of am on the edge of my seat, being yeah, Matt, go clear your name, figure this out. It resolves in a very convenient way. We find that Anne was the perpetrator of this all along. Her motivations are not really clear. I guess she wanted money. That's usually the go-to motivation. I want money, which, yeah, fair, He goes to confront her, and she's going to kill him, and he is saved by Eva Mendes, who has figured out everything that has gone down, but it's okay, Matt was just trying to do the right thing. I'm going to cover for him and just say that, this was all Anne and Chris and all they put together. And of course, like that, for some reason, this case just sparks something in them and they end up together again at the end of the movie. But yeah, I mean, it's Denzel. That obviously, puts it up higher. I actually think Eva Mendes is really good in this movie too, despite that weird age gap and the script not helping her out a whole lot either. I think she's really good. And yeah, it's got some low key to high key action sequences depending on the scene. There's a scene on a balcony that's just whoa. Feels like it came out of nowhere.
It felt like such a studio note. They were yes, but where's the action? Yeah. There's not enough action in this movie.
This is not the number one movie of the week that it was released. That went to School of Rock.
Better movie. I'll
Better
say
movie.
it.
Well, I don't know. Did y'all have fun with this?
Oh
I
yeah, for
did
sure.
have fun with this, yes. Actually, I'll go second since I went first last time, but go ahead. Didn't you
shoot.
just finish this like before we started?
Like an hour before, but yeah. My time management has been very bad these last month. But anyway, yeah. But the thing is, like, do I find it a very good movie? No. Did I was I quite entertained the whole time? Absolutely. And I think it really says a lot about like an 8 years difference in mostly Denzel's, obviously, like his star shooting higher and higher since 95. Because it was reported he was paid $20 million for this movie, which is crazy. Like, I'm not saying the man doesn't deserve it, but
Yeah.
but
Wow.
but I also saw that yeah, both movies made basically their budget back, and that's it. So they essentially lost money in the end. But Devil in the Blue Dress is like 22 mil, and this was up to 55. So this movie is a lot less grounded than Devil in a Blue Dress, for better and for worse. Um, yeah, so when in terms of directing, there is a scene where it's Denzel Washington versus a printer. That crazy how well that scene works and keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
In terms of character being written, yeah, Eva Mendes going back to her ex-husband that we don't really know why, or she has a change of heart other than plot has happened. I mean, good for them. They seemed happy in the end. What else?
They don't even seem like a couple. They seem like
No,
coworkers.
they really
Yeah. Yeah.
No, when it first was like, I was like, oh, okay, so she's like moving offices or something, and he's mad at her, and I'm just like, oh wait, they were married. Okay, got it. um, yeah. Eva Mendes is not someone I've ever been totally impressed with, but she does hold her own in this movie, which I do think is good. But yeah, this is good. Bit trashy, but a bit fun. So like, I don't know. It's nice to see a trashy movie, but still being handled by a director who knows what he's doing, which we still
Yeah.
don't get a lot of. It seems like a lot of people are hired to do trash these days just because they can point a camera. Even then, that's a lot asking out of them. Like those Jason Statham movies, I don't watch them,
Oh my god.
but I'd really appreciate it if they just got someone like a Carl Franklin who's just like, yeah, I'll do it for some money and I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm gonna be in the mutiny. I'm gonna be the beekeeper. I'm the spy.
He's good in Spy.
He really is.
He's
good in
actually
Spy.
really
That's
funny
his
in that
best
movie.
You have to give it to that man. I mean, not to get off topic as usual, but you got to give it to him that he does not commit to any other voice except his own. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't he
me
doesn't
too,
drop
the
the
bitch. What do you mean?
he doesn't drop the accent for nothing. Like he could be in a period piece set in Jane Austen world, and he'd be like, "Oi, Elizabeth Bennet, I think I fancy you."
I'd watch that.
Probably better. That's a knock. That's also a hint. No, it's not a hint. I don't feel like picking Jane Austen movies. Okay.
Please
What was I
don't.
going to say? Oh, my favorite part of this movie was the Legally Blonde cameo that appears because he's walking in the hotel room before the balcony scene, and I'm like, I've heard this movie, and it shows Legally Blonde. Only
Oh,
2-year
yeah.
difference of that
That's
movie and
right.
this movie. Like that's the power of Legally Blonde. But anyway, this won the Black Reel Award from the 5th annual for best film. Okay? It beat out Tupac Resurrection, which I think is a documentary, SWAT or SWAT, how you would say it, The Italian Job, The Fighting Temptations, and then this one. And then what is her? Not Ava Mendes' character. What is the actress's name? Like, how do you pronounce her name?
Oh, the other character?
Yes.
I think it's Sine Lathan.
Okay, so Sine Lathan beat out Gabrielle Union, Queen Latifah, Beyonce, and Halle Berry for Best Actress for this movie.
Wait, which Beyonce movie was it?
The Fighting Temptations.
Oh, okay.
It was not Austin Powers.
I was gonna Obsessed is kind of around that time too.
That's like 2009.
Oh, is
I
it? Okay.
apologize. I am wrong. It is Sanaa Lathan.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Now I have to look up. Did Beyonce win for Obsessed? No, she did. She wasn't even nominated. Okay. You made me lose my train of thought. No, I had a good time with this movie. It really is one of those, like, coming up next on TNT, Denzel Washington in Out of Time.
It's one of those
I
gripping
mean-
movies that's an easy watch. Like, you're not really you're not concerned with whether they're going to make it, or it's not down, depressing or anything. It's just like,
Oh, that was
Good
the
gripping
other
time.
thing. Like the twist in this one, again, not. I guess it just the film kind of goes, but like it spoils its own twist for me at least when she's like on the phone talking on the phone, and I'm like, wait, why is your boyfriend just sitting in the back? Why wouldn't he also be listening to this conversation so that he would know whether or not you're giving him information? I know his ass does not trust you like that.
yeah, right. Yeah, the plot.
Oh, go ahead.
Go. No, I was
No,
Yeah.
you go.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
no, please. You all go. Oh, my God.
I was just gonna
comedy.
say the plot is something else, but yeah, it's fun. It's
I
also on
just had-
Tubi. It's free.
Yeah,
So
it's on. Yeah, I had just had a couple Carl Franklin things I wanted to get to before we try to go to like other sections of the podcast. So I want to make sure whatever else we have to say about the movie, and then I want to talk about those couple things I found.
that's all I had. I also wanted to talk about Carl Franklin. So
I will
works
say
for
I
me.
was reading a little Roger Ebert snippet, and he liked that the Florida setting was basically a character in and of itself, which it's interesting of like why you pick these two movies, which are obviously Denzel, Carl Franklin, detective movies, but also their setting play a major part in the movie as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Los Angeles and Florida.
Yeah, that's a great point. Especially because it's like a really small town. So like it's kind of got that everybody knows everybody vibe, but it's apparently like a very quick drive to Miami. So yeah, it definitely plays a role for sure.
Miami is nice, so I'll say it thrice. No, okay, we're all fake Golden Girls fans over here.
Oh, as if I don't know what that song.
I don't.
You're cuter than an interuterine.
Good job.
But I found some very interesting things about Carl Franklin, like some unrealized projects. The most significant one I saw was the Born This Way remake that eventually ended up being the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga one.
The Born This Way remake?
Oh God, A Star Is Born. Whatever. You see where the 1-to-1 went. Star Is Born remake. Of course, one of the iterations went way back to 2000, and he wanted to make it with Will Smith. Will Smith declined it and went on to make Ali. But also what I found, so I would say, I mean, okay, so Out of Time is not his last feature film. What comes next is he doesn't get to make a movie until 2012 after this, for whatever reason. It's very interesting. It's Bless Me Ultima, which is based on the book. I don't know much about the book. But
Why are you looking at me?
the production of this is crazy because Christy Walton of the Walton family, aka the Walmart family,
Oh, Walmart.
she made a production company just to make a film adaptation of this book.
Oh.
And I can't find much more information about why Carl Franklin was hired, but basically he was a hire-on, and he was the director and writer of it. But yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
Sorry for the dead air. I'm reading the history of this movie now. The heiress, it's called, her production company is Tanaha Productions. Girl, she's a white woman, right?
Oh, the Walton family?
definitely.
It says Walton and DeLeo. Who is DeLeo? Oh, I gotta find names now. Monkey Hills Films, Sarah DeLeo is billed as a producer. Shared a passion over the book. What? I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Can we
That's a
also
very
look at his Wikipedia picture and that it's a picture of him from 1977?
Yeah.
But he's been directing TV projects.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
been doing a lot of TV.
Lots of significant stuff. I mean, yeah, he's been very active in TV, but like Zay said, hasn't made a film since 2012. And Devil in a Blue Dress, I would think, is probably his like most notable.
Oh, he made, okay, I know One False Move now. I've seen this poster.
The only other thing I know him from is he plays a cop in A Smoky Mountain Christmas. This is a Dolly Parton Christmas special, directed
He
by the one and only Henry Winkler.
he
This dude
directed
loved
One
Christmas
True
specials.
he directed One True Thing with Meryl Streep and Renee Zellweger. I've seen that. And also he directed Hardball with like a young Michael B. Jordan. Speaking of Michael B. Jordan,
I think he was just a writer on that.
never mind.
So I saw that too, and I was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, it says writer uncredited.
yeah,
I did not read.
that's a very
He's in
sad
Rose-
movie."
Is it really?
Hardball.
Don't spoil it. I want to see it.
I won't spoil it, but it is sad. Just prepare
You know why I
yourself.
want to see it this year? Because it was the #1 movie the weekend of 9/11. So it is the 25th
Interesting.
anniversary. Yeah.
You know, Mariah Carey is releasing a 25th anniversary version of Glitter, but she didn't want to put one of those countdowns.
Oh my god.
The music from Glitter is good. Not the movie itself is not good.
We're ready to move on.
Yep, I am.
Okay. Do you all, okay, before we start this, do you all have the document open?
Yes.
Because as somebody who's
do.
now been who's been listening to this show, because I've listened to this show too, this happens quite a bit. So guess what? Y'all are gonna read this and I'll react. Go.
Usually
Okay.
you are the one that does it, so we just let you do it.
Okay, fine. That gives me a job. Okay.
I'm totally cool with you doing it.
One False Move.
Yeah,
You put it here. Have
That's
you
where it
seen
started.
it?
Yeah.
What is it about? Like, what's the basic
That's what my
plot?
whole intro was. So I watched that movie.
I wasn't listening. I was eating my tomato.
It's basically like, so Bill Paxton is a small town sheriff, and he gets a call from the FBI, and they're like, "Hey, these violent criminals are going to be coming to your town or passing through. We want to go there and be ready for them." And let's just say, without spoiling it, he has a certain connection to one of the criminals.
Okay.
It's a
All
3-star
right.
movie. It's fine.
We have No Way Out.
Perhaps the only proper noir film starring a black actor, with Sidney Poitier as Doctor.
Oh, okay.
You've
I don't
seen
know why.
this.
I know, and I don't know. My mind went blank or something. I'm like, what are we talking about? That is a really good movie.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
The bane of my existence in this podcast, Chinatown.
Yeah,
Great
I've
movie.
seen it. I think I'm on Christian's side. Kind of.
Oh, thank God.
Kind of overhyped.
Found our next movie to watch.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Jesus.
Just kidding.
Actually, I would rather watch Chinatown than this next one any day. And you can listen to it on the old episodes. I despise this next movie. I don't see the point. I don't understand it. I don't see why it won an Oscar or two. I don't understand why it was probably like the runner up of 97 to Titanic, but it
Probably.
is LA Confidential.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh my God.
I don't think you'd be a fan. I really like it. That said, I also don't know why Kim Basinger won an Oscar for it.
Yeah. Against like Julianne Moore, against Gloria Stewart. Like, come on, Gloria didn't have that many years left in her. Anyway, LA Confidential. Blech. The Maltese Falcon.
Classic.
One of the signature noirs, for sure.
Love it so much. Humphrey Bogart. I put Blue Velvet. Just with that, like the twisty, turny detective, because he's not really a detective, but I mean, he basically does detective work in this.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle, it's Kyle McLaughlin, right?
McLaughlin,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, okay. But yeah, for me, one of the more palatable David Lynch movies. David Lynch, many times referenced here. R.I.P. I put the collection of Bogart and Bacall movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so listeners, Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, married. They made 4 movies together. The first one is To Have and Have Not, which that's a
think that
confusing
one's-
one.
Yeah, I think it's just okay. Well, maybe it's not confusing. I might be mixing it up with something else, but
I don't remember it's this one or The Big Sleep is the next one. It's one of those two is the hard one to understand.
The Big Sleep is very hard to understand.
Okay.
But I
Because there's
love
like there's 2 versions of it, because the last time I watched it, I had to pull up a reference guide to things.
Yeah, The Big Sleep is very confusing. I've read the book, and the book is confusing as well.
The next one, the third one that they made together, which I like the beginning premise of it, is really nicely shot. I think Zay just watched this recently, unless time has escaped me so much. But it is Dark Passage.
Love Dark Passage. That was so
Okay.
good.
But it's like the first half is set up from Humphrey Bogart's point of view because he's all wrapped up
Mhm.
from some injury. And I just remember watching it in high school and being like, oh, this is cool. And then when they fix
From
up
an
his face.
injury? No. He gets plastic surgery to like hide
Oh.
from the people that are after him.
Yeah. And they unwrap him and it's Humphrey Bogart. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh. It's a really cool setup how it works because it's all from his point of view. So, Key Largo is their last one, which I don't really think has much to do with really that much detective work, but yeah.
It's more so kind of thriller.
That's the
Claire
one I
Trevor's
haven't
really
seen
good in
still. I don't know why I haven't seen this one. I thought I did.
it. I like it a lot.
I have next The Postman Always Rings Twice. I will say both versions, the classic 40s version with John Garfield and Lana Turner, and then the 80s one that I talked about with Jack Nicholson and Jessica Lange. I don't remember the original one, but having recently watched the 80s version, it is bonkers. Like, it is crazy.
So the original was an Italian neorealist film called Obsession.
Obsession.
Yeah, and it's also pretty good if I remember correctly.
A movie that I just like remembered as I was typing this a second ago, but Sudden Fear with Joan Crawford. Have you seen it? You're shaking your head like you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Gay gasp. Did I make you see it?
You did.
Oh, okay. Well,
You or Toby, one of the two.
it was both of us.
Probably
So
both of
that's
you,
Toby's
yeah.
that's Toby's birthday movie. But yeah, one of like the best Joan Crawford movies out there. Really love it. Very exciting. A lot of it, or more, I think of Out of Time. It's more related to that than anything. Um, I want to say like the biggest noir movie, probably like the one to end them all, but it is Double Indemnity. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you come out of there not loving Double Indemnity.
I think this is the one most people point to.
This is the catalyst. Even though it's not the first, it's like the premier example.
Yeah. Like when watching Out of Time and how it's all about like insurance money, you can't not think of Double Indemnity.
Mhm.
Even though Double Indemnity is plotted much better, but yeah.
The next one, I've never heard of this. It's called Friday Foster.
Friday Foster is a blaxploitation movie starring Bam Grier, but she's a detective in it. So it's pretty, you know.
Okay. Next says Murder in Harlem / The Girl from Chicago.
Those are two Oscar Michaud films, which Oscar Michaud is referenced in Devil in the Blue Dress on the
Who's
mark.
that?
He is a director, worked all the way back into the silent era, and was like one of the first independent filmmakers because he was a black man, and of course he was not hired by the studio system. Um, and the film referenced on the marquee is his last film, which is a lost film. So I
Oh,
think that was Carl Franklin's like homage to him.
that's
But these
cool.
two
I didn't know that.
films, of course, these were both from the 30s, so before noir, but they're still crime movies with all
Yeah.
black casts.
And then finally, of course, unless somebody's going to one-up me on this one, we have the Golden Girls episode, which I think is the best episode ever. It is The Case of the Libertine Belle,
Brett's
which
seen
is a
this one.
I have seen this one.
which is a murder mystery episode, and it's so good. Oh, dang, I'm about to one-up myself. No, I was going to put Knives Out, too.
Yeah.
Thinking of, like, murder mystery and fraud
There,
and all
there
that.
is an episode of Alf where he is doing like a Bogart kind of thing.
Do you know how many Alf toys I can find at an antique shop? And I send them to you, and you say nothing.
What? That's happened once.
It was recent. Did I not send? It's like Alf in a dress because I was waiting for you to say something smart.
I don't remember this.
Look, I can show you right here.
You sent me that?
Yeah, I think.
I don't remember
Maybe I
that.
just took the picture. I was
Yeah.
waiting for you to be like me as fuck or something like that.
That's actually not Alf. That is from like the animated series. I never watched it.
Whatever, same
there's-
thing.
There's an animated series that was like his life on Melmac before it blew up.
Oh. Well, that's that. That's our Denzel double feature.
Do you know what you're picking yet?
You know, I will say, I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. I was texting Toby. It is 8:27. I was texting him at 8:11, asking him, "Are these two good ones I should pick?" So actually, up until 8:11, I did have one that we are no longer watching.
Oh,
I switched at the last second.
That's crazy.
So yeah. All right. So do you want to know what we were going to watch?
Save it for the future.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so my original, well, not my original. This still kind of, it still works its way in. But I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm fairly new here. We've gone through Marie Antoinette, we've gone through Possession, we've gone through these two. It's my turn. So it is back to school season, right? And so I'm finally able to do a back to school theme here. But instead of going with like the teacher aspect, I'm going to go with the student aspect, because every school I've worked at, they're always like, high expectations for the students and all that. So let's talk about students. Let's talk about kids and the expectations and the pressure that the world has upon them. So, two very unique movies, two movies that I really like, actually, really love, for being quite honest with ourselves. But the first one is from the year 2000, and it is We're Going Up to North England, and we're talking about Billy Elliot.
Oh, okay.
The boy just wants to dance, and not the musical. We're talking like the movie. So Zay, make sure you watch the right one.
Oh my god.
Although I do recommend the musicals, very good too. And for our double feature with that, we are going to be coming back to the United States, and we're going to be watching Aquila and the Bee.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes, with Keke Palmer, a very young Keke Palmer.
yeah.
Yes, I was reminded of this movie today because I was listening to her on Amy Poehler's podcast. So yeah,
Nice.
there we
A
go.
movie I've never seen, and a movie I think I've seen its entirety once. And then
Which
like
one haven't you seen?
Billy Elliot.
You've never seen Billy Elliot? You? The one who has a queer movies everybody should see list?
British people though. But it has Julie Walters, so got me back in.
I just like the fact that my reactions to y'all's movies are like, wow, ooh, ah, and yours are like, okay, all right. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Hey, you came up with it like 20 minutes ago. No, I am excited. I have never seen either one of these. So,
oh, thank God. We added with these two movies, we've added 2 more actors to our list. We've added somebody named Curtis Armstrong, who was also in Dodgeball, and Jairus Poindexter, who was also in Devil in a Blue Dress.
oh yeah, Jairus. Yeah. Definitely know who that is.
That's a slap in the face to Jairus. Damn. His first movie on here by popularity is The Color Purple, and then Con Air, and then Insidious Chapter 3, and then Devil in a Blue Dress.
What a run.
Wait, it gets better. And then Set It Off, and then Aquila and the Bee, and then Soul Plane.
Hey, if he had like a stack of DVDs in his place, I was like, I was in all these movies. I'm like, that's pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah.
He's
This is true.
actually listed in only 25 movies.
Hey, make the ones you're in count.
Yep. I would take that career.
We love you, Mr. Poindexter. That's it. That's
That's
all I
it.
got.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Don't comment.
Because you can't. You can comment on our Instagram.
That's true.
If somebody does that, I'll open the comments up. How about that?
Ooh, let me hold on.
Toby doesn't count.
Oh. Damn. Okay, fine.
Give us a comment. We'll call you out on air too.
What is our viewership? It's gone up, hasn't it?
It has.
Thanks, everybody. Oh, wait. For our listeners out there, I have to ask, Zay, have you seen Obsession yet?
No.
And cut.